land is not for sale or lease. Our attention has been drawn to all sorts of melodramatic utterances and actions purporting to be buying or selling the oil fields located in Ogoni. All these excitements are arising from an announcement that Share Petroleum Development Company Limited was divesting their assets in the acreage labeled OMA 11, the bulk of which unfortunately lie in Ogoni land. Shell had operated these oil fields in connivance with the Eastern Nigerian government since 1958 and with the federal government of Nigeria after the Civil War until 1993, when an international environmental campaign led by the late Ken Saro-Wiwa led to their forceful withdrawal from the field in Ogoni. A lot of people have some preconceived ideas or a total misunderstanding of the crisis, which explains why for over 30 years nobody in or out of government has been able to resolve what we consider as a very simple problem for any logical mind. So to put matters in perspective, let us review the historical background to the oil operations in Ogoni, and in order to be able to understand the current position on the subject. 1. The Ogoni tribe, one of the over 280 indigenous tribes that make up Nigeria, was never conquered by any other tribe in any war prior to Nigeria's independence. Indeed, amongst the delegation of eminent Nigerians that attended the 1952 London Constitutional Conference representing the Ijaw province was an Ogoni man, Honorable Timothy Naku. Obviously, he could not have negotiated his own tribe to be less Nigerian than any other tribe. The Ogoni people are free-born Nigerians and are proud to be Nigerians. However, it is becoming difficult to maintain their patriotism in the face of different laws for different tribes of the same country, and a presumptuous feeling that Ogonis are mere pawns on a chessboard, where you use one to kill the other, while the kings and queens and the officers are protected by all means. The Petroleum Act of 1969, now overtaken by the Petroleum Industry Act of 2021, vests the ownership of all petroleum resources and the derivable revenues in the federal government of Nigeria. So also the Solid Mineral and Mining Act states that the entire property in and control of all minerals in, under, or upon any land in Nigeria and its contiguous continental shelf, and of all rivers, streams, and watercourses throughout Nigeria. Any area covered by territorial waters or constituency, the exclusive economic zone is and shall be vested in the government of the Federation for and on behalf of the people of Nigeria. However, gold, lithium, uranium mining has been going on for up to a decade now in Zamfara, Sokoto, Nasarawa, Borno, and other states in the north, with the tacit support of the federal government. To the best of my knowledge, there is no address of a gold or uranium mining corporation office anywhere in Nigeria. I say to the best of my knowledge because maybe it's there and I don't know. So the question is, if the solid mineral resources in the north are mined and owned by the states or her private citizens, why should the oil mineral resources in the River State and Niger Delta be owned by the federal government for the whole country? As if the exploitation was not bad enough, the so-called federal government-owned Nigerian National Petroleum Company has now been privatized as a limited liability company, run as a private enterprise, and Akwa Ibom, Rivers, Bayelsa, Delta states, the constitutional custodian of the land of the people in which this oil is found, will have to wait. We have to wait to be given a pittance of whatever is declared as earning after the production cost. Meanwhile, the operations are so shrouded in secrecy that no one even knows how much oil is produced, talk more of how much it is sold for. So I begin to wonder, how does this differ from the operations of the British colonial structure, where our people were made to produce palm oil and the buyers would decide how much they will pay for it, take it or leave it? How much shares does Rivers State government or the Ogoni people own in this company in which stakes are limited by shares. And by the way, the appointment of an illustrious son, an Ogoni, an illustrious Ogoni son, as a non-executive director of NNPC Limited is not, but a window dressing, as it does not confer any entitlement on the Ogoni people, since he can only receive sitting allowances whenever there is a board meeting, which cannot address the socio-economic and environmental impact of oil exploration in Ogoni.